Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Ningninem Hangsing with the evening news. First, the headlines. Central government informs Supreme Court of its decision to allow induction of women into National Defence Academy. Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services requests public to remain vigil and report any unusual mortality in livestock. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs increases minimum support prices for Rabi crops. Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee resolves to begin agitation from 13th September if government fails to give positive response. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also to help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-239-78046 and 1075 and state helpline numbers 1800-345-0019. Now the news in detail. Central government informed the Supreme Court that it has taken decision to allow induction of women into National Defence Academy (NDA). Government said the decision was taken in consultation with the armed forces. Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhatti informed the Apex Court of the decision and Supreme Court has posted the case for further hearing on 22nd September. The top court on 18th of August ruled that women should be allowed to appear the NDA entrance exam for gaining commission as officers in Defence Services. With this decision, the doors has now been opened for women to gain permanent commission in the Indian Army, Air Force and Navy, and the decision will have long-term ramifications regarding the future of women in the armed forces. Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services has requested public to remain vigil and report any unusual mortality in livestock. With the report on sudden and unusual mortality of buffaloes from unspecified disease at Kangzang village under Mallory subdivision, a technical team from the Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services was deputed to take stock of the situation. Upon preliminary examination, it has been observed that the deaths may have been caused due to acute form of hemorrhagic septicemia. However, laboratory test confirmation results are awaited. The department has requested the public to remain vigil and report any sudden death of the animals to the nearest veterinary institute. Further, the livestock owners have been requested not to open the carcass nor consume the dead animals, but to follow proper procedures in disposing the dead animals. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has increased the minimum support prices MSP for Rabi crops for marketing season 2022-23. The step has been taken to ensure remunerative prices to the growers for their produce and to encourage crop diversification. The increase in MSP for Rabi crops for RMS 2022-23 is in line with the Union Budget 2018-19 announcement of fixing the MSPs at a level of at least 1.5 times of the All India weighted average cost of production, aiming a reasonably fair remuneration for the farmers. Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee NFHRCC has resolved to begin agitation from 13th of September if government fails to give positive response. NFHRCC had earlier served a 30-day deadline on 7th of August asking the government to make the foothill pliable while waiting for the proposed project. The deadline was further extended till 12th of September. In a press release, NFHRCC said the first phase of agitation will begin in Dimapur with closure of Public Work Department, Roads and Bridges, Dimapur Division and restriction of all government vehicular movements. This news comes to you from All India Radio Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on our YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said the international community needs to push for global and national reforms in order to make a more just and equal world in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking at the 5th World Conference of Speakers of Parliament in Vienna, Birla highlighted India's global response to the pandemic by being at the forefront of undertaking prompt humanitarian assistance and relief operations during the pandemic. He said, The post-pandemic global economic recovery will require collaboration and cooperation between member countries so as to stimulate the revival of the global economy. Birla further added that India was proactive in dealing with COVID-19 and the hallmark of its response to the pandemic was people and communities at the core of its efforts. Joint coordination meeting of Prison Department was held at the prison headquarters today. Advisor for Jails, Printing and Stationery H. Hying acknowledged the officers in handling the pandemic and preventing death of the inmates inside the jails due to COVID-19. Hying commended the officers for their contribution to the society as custodians of the law and for correcting the inmates during their stay in the jail. The officers and staff shared their grievances and gave suggestions for better and professional management of jails in Nagaland. Measures for streamlining the department, prison and prisoner reforms, and better management were also discussed during the meeting. A coffee bar, Coffee and Chill with the theme Drink What You Grow was inaugurated at Longlang. The coffee bar was made under the initiative of District Project Officer, Land Resources Department Longlang in commemoration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Speaking on the occasion, District Project Officer Longlang, Kughalu Chishi, said the department program aims to encourage local farmers to grow coffee to export, promote local entrepreneurship and inculcate the habit of drinking coffee in the state. Department of Social Welfare Jaluke Integrated Child Development Services Project organized a block-level anemia awareness and screening camp at Heningkunglo Village Council Hall in Peren. Child Development Project Officer Jaluke Nam Huaing said the objective of the camp was to impart knowledge about anemia among the community and was organized as part of month-long celebration of Poshan Ma. Nam Huaing highlighted the action plan, target group, goals and objectives of Rashtriya Poshan Ma and sought cooperation of all stakeholders to ensure successful implementation of the month-long program. Nagaland today recorded 50 fresh COVID-19 positive cases, 48 recoveries and 2 deaths. With this, the caseload of the state has increased to 30,485. So far, 28,226 have recovered from the infection, bringing the recovery rate to 92.58%. Total COVID death has also increased to 620. Of the fresh cases detected today, 30 were from Dimapur, 6 in Kohima, 4 each in Mokokchung and Pek, 2 each from Tuensang and Wokha, and 1 each from Zuneboto and Kifere. Currently, the state has 707 active cases. Now to end the news, here's the headlines once again. Central government informs Supreme Court of its decision to allow induction of women into National Defence Academy. Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services requests public to remain vigil and report any unusual mortality in livestock. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs increases minimum support prices for Rabi crops. Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee resolves to begin agitation from 13th September if government fails to give a positive response. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Have a pleasant night.